Welcome back. This is Sport Zone. The show is proudly sponsored by Piva Beverages, Syntex Tank, Kivo Gary 4-in-1 mix, and also Guinness with Guinness Match Day Corner. The gentlemen are seated. Daniel Krantzing and Sichofe Philip Ashim, guys. Welcome to the show.
Charlie, shut down.
Yeah.
See,
hey,
right now, every Monday morning,
right.
every Monday morning, give us the memo.
I shock.
Shut up.
We sound like Amory.
Oh, Charlie, we sound like Amory.
Mummy fans.
Let's not get this song.
Mummy fans.
Let's get this song.
You see, this kind of shadow, if you shadow, if you walk on, or you walk straight. You understand?
Tie combination.
Yeah. Oh, everything they go on.
Yeah, when you talk about shadow, you say.
He said, me that to me, he left me long time.
Charlie, you don't say something like James Bond. They can't talk. Bro, you know, search all the in pictures. You don't go see picture where they wear this one. So.
Oh, you get some?
Is it what?
I say we all sounded like Amorim, but you sounded like Coutinho. When you base like 5 seconds, we say, nah, Coutinho don't get this seat.
You say something like David Beckham, something like James Bond. That be the standard.
Check like at the go red carpet and
yeah.
So Coutinho no.
Yeah, true. Today they are shadow. Whether you people like or you don't like, I shadow.
Oh, he's poor there. Forget
Thanks to my tailor.
Give him shout out.
Yes. Legend clothing.
Legend.
The legend. Oh, Charlie. Legend clothing. This one made right here in Ghana.
The fabric.
Sure. Oh, everything. Hey, the fabric there, you don't buy. But I don't know.
You don't know where.
What I know is that if you make up, somewhere.
This be Ghana.
Yes.
Be Ghana.
Ghana. Elastic fabric.
The up ones, they not thick like that. They not be quality.
Right.
Like that. This one is straight from Ghana.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is made in Ghana.
Sujofe.
If I take me, no, I enter no way, I'll put my off.
Next time you get select for that, please.
If I take me go there,
Yes. Next time you
make you just take my measurement. That be what.
That's all.
That's
all.
Legend.
Legend. His name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel the legend.
Oh yes.
No, he's a sharp guy.
Legend. Big shouts to him. The thing to not give me for free, but I'm giving him shouts. I pay. I'm supporting local business.
In mind for this, say next time.
I don't want free. I don't want. Let me take that back.
Take two. Go again.
Take two.
Go again.
If you give me free, I'll go collect. Hey, this guy. Hey, Fento Pa, you fool or what? I was about to say I don't like free. Hey, in this Ghana, I don't like free. I like. But guys, we had a good weekend, yeah? United fans, you're very happy.
Of course.
I want to take you guys straight to Marrakesh, okay, and bring you highlights from the CAF Awards. It was a very colorful event, as usual, when it comes to CAF events, all right? Benai, what are you waiting for? It was a very colorful event, okay? So Ademola Lookman, named African Footballer of the Year 2024. Al Ali was named the club of the Year. There it is, their men's football team. Let's go to some of the awards. TP Mazembe, Club of the Year, women's football team. They won the Women's Champions League. And Coach of the Year, MS5, no surprise there, obviously, led Côte d'Ivoire to the AFCON title in January this year. Coach of the Year, women, is the TP Mazembe women's team coach, Lamia Boumedi, leading them to a first ever CAF Women's Champions League title. And then you've got Goalkeeper of the Year, women, Chiamaka Nadiozi of Nigeria, Paris FC. They did well in the Women's Champions League.
Nadozie.
Yeah, Nadozie. Rowan Williams, after his heroics in Côte d'Ivoire, was voted Goalkeeper of the Year. He saved a lot of penalty kicks in the run-out to the final, the semi-finals, I beg your pardon, and then also helped Mamelodi Sundowns. Then that also made him Interclub Player of the Year because Mamelodi Sundowns also went all the way to the Champions League final. So Nigeria was named National Team of the Year, the women's team. They went to the Women's World Cup last year. Yeah. And they went to a very good qualifying series, so good for them. And they qualified for the Olympic Games as well when they were in Paris, the Nigerians. So National Team of the Year, men, Côte d'Ivoire, no real surprise. Obviously, AFCON champions for the third time in their history. Young Player of the Year, Lamine Camara of Senegal, AS Monaco. He had a good year, scored a wonderful goal at the AFCON. Granting doesn't agree. We'll come to that. Doha El Madani, Young Player of the Year, women. She plays for Asfar of Morocco. They were also involved in the Women's Champions League. They did really well. And this is African 11. Andre Onana in goal. Ashraf Hakimi, a right back. Khalid Koulibaly in defense. Chancellor Mbemba in defense as well. And then you've got Mohamed Kudus in midfield. The only Ghanaian in that list. There he is.
Star boy.
Star boy.
Player!
Yeah. He's got a brace against Egypt in this AFCON. Soufiane Amrabat of Morocco. Franck Kessie, Cote d'Ivoire, also in the list. Yves Bissouma of Mali. Mohamed Salah, no doubt, of Egypt. Victor Osimhen of Nigeria as well. And Galatasaray. And then the king, Ademola Lookman. There he is, king of African football. Sicho, no doubt whatsoever. This is probably the most predictable award maybe last year as well. So that's not back-to-back to Nigeria, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
Victor Osimhen and then now Ademola Lookman. Look, even if you take away his performance from Nigeria for club side, it's been immense. For Atalanta, he's developed, his growth has been superb. He had his early struggles in his career when he started in the Premier League, led Everton to Leicester City. You know, fans were angry that that transfer happened because they knew the talent that he had, you know, and then he's found his way into a team where he has a manager who's developing him very well. He's now one of the best forward players in Europe. And in the national team as well, even though he's not your typical Nigerian-born boy who's had to, you know, he still fits. When he steps into the African terrain, he fits. We saw him at the AFCON, he was immense for Nigeria. And it's not only been what he did last season or last campaign. He's also had a very good start this season, scoring big goals. And that is it for Lookman. He's a big game player. He's got a great personality and temperament for the big game. When it matters, he steps up. And so I'm happy for him too that he's won this award.
First ever African player to score a hat-trick in a UEFA competition final. In fact, first ever hat-trick.
Yeah, full stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was huge. And Sidra said it all. It's most of the time with these awards, it's a bit lopsided. You have a player who's doing really well at club side and then okay at national team. But this time,
like Osimhen last year.
Like Osimhen last year. This time around, he took Nigeria all the way to the final of the AFCON. I think he was Nigeria's top scorer in the competition.
Yes.
Then he top scored for Atalanta also, scoring a hat-trick in the final, winning their, I think that was the first ever European title for them. So big things for him. This
empowered them to Champions League place.
Exactly. This sort of season can't go unrecognized. So he deserves it, and I'm glad he got the award.
Absolutely.
But I don't agree with the Young Player of the Year.
Lamine Camara.
I don't agree.
Have gone to?
Oumar Diakite, straight. That AFCON performance, you see, Diakite was Cote d'Ivoire's big man. He rescued them from the round of 16 and the semi-final.
AFCON was in last season's calendar.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? But so yeah,
exactly.
but this is where it gets disappointing if you're Ghanaian, because if Kudus' performance was good enough to put him in Africa's 11, if Ghana did well, and Kudus, we saw him at the AFCON, he was good when he played.
He was our best player, obviously.
Yes, he got a penalty, won a penalty for Ghana. He scored twice against Egypt. If Ghana had progressed and gone on, and Ghana did its things well, and Kudus went all the way to the final, on the back of what he did for West Ham, and on the back of what he was doing at the AFCON,
he would have had a shout.
You would have had a shout. Yeah. So we keep disappointing some of our stars because at home, we've not put our acts together. And look, we will be here, Kudus will do well for his club, but players like Ademola Lookman, through what they do for their country and club, will always edge them. And that is how, as a country, we keep letting our athletes down.
Okay, great point, great point. So listen, that's the lowdown on the CAF Awards. Back-to-back wins now for Nigeria. In terms of overall victories now, Cameroon has the most wins of African Football of the Year, 11. Eto'o accounts for more than half of that all by himself, doesn't he? Cote d'Ivoire also have, I think, Nigeria are second, by the way, with 7. Cote d'Ivoire have 6. And Cote d'Ivoire 6.
That's Yaya and Drogba.
Yes, 2 and 4. That's it. Ghana has 5 as well. So Abdulrazak, Ibrahim Sande, and Abedi's 3. So that's that.
It's been a long
So it's been over 20 years.
Yeah.
Essien was born in the wrong generation. He would have won.
You know, when I was doing a research for Essien's interview, I found out he was in top 3 for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And top 3, he was shortlisted for Ballon d'Or for 3 seasons.
In a row.
Top 3 African footballer for 5 seasons in a row. It's crazy consistency.
He lost to Eto'o and Drogba.
Lost to
Yeah,
Eto'o, Drogba,
and
and
Kanute.
and yeah. In the Adebayo year.
Yeah, Adebayo.
Adebayo year.
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
During the AFCON, they held it at in Lome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where Adebayo won. Yeah, but as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so he lost 2 to Drogba, 1 to Kanute, 1 to Adebayo, and the other one to, I think, maybe Eto'o, 06.
Yeah. 06.
Yeah?
Eto'o, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. All right, cool. Let's move it on then and bring it back home to the Ghana Premier League. And there was match week 13 action, the biggest highlight being the super clash in Kumasi between Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Let me show you what exactly went down in Kumasi, then we'll come back here and put that into perspective. Welcome back. So that's the lowdown. It was a very interesting end to the game. To even make it more dramatic, ostensibly, the Hearts of Oak defender that got involved in the mix-up with his goalkeeper was named man of the match moments before the incident when he gave away the goal. Well, he didn't give away the chance that was converted into a goal. But it was a very chaotic game.
It was.
End to end.
It was. I thought the second half was a lot better than the first. The first one was quite difficult to watch. I felt 2 teams were too very careful trying to understudy each other. The second half was a bit more end-to-end, as you really said. And I feel for him, and that is why after the game, he went around to apologize to the fans, and the fans in turn were throwing money at him because they appreciated.
Being upset, yeah.
I think he had a very good game. And sometimes when everything goes your way, moments like this can happen. Because instead of taking a pause to maybe get a shout, I'm not sure you got a shout from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But instead of taking a pause to read your surrounding, because you are informed, you are doing so well, you are taking the chance of
the moment you spoke
acrobatically. Yeah, that's the moment. The fans are appreciating that he had a
And you see, this shows that the fans are not stupid.
Yeah.
They know a good performance when they see one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a cue that the Black Stars players must take.
Yeah.
That when the fans are upset, they can see it's based on your output.
Yeah.
Ghana, Sudan.
There you go.
Ali Duseiru got a standing ovation after some of the players had been booed off.
Yes.
He
got
was
a
cheered,
standing-
Yes.
Look, football fans, they are not stupid, right? When they watch the game of football, they understand, they see the effort, they see players who are doing well, who are playing well, and they can also understand it's a game. These things can happen. So even though they are not happy they lost, they sympathize with the player because they thought on the day, he gave them so much to shout about, but in the end, he cost them the game, but it happens in the sports. But it was a good end to the game, the drama and what happened. And of course, Amwa had to be there to make it pay. It's a long ball, it's a hopeful ball, he's chasing it, game is almost done, it's not giving up on it. Ball breaks for him because of lack of communication between goalkeeper and defender. It makes Hearts of Oak pay.
And DK, Albert Amoah, 7th goal of the season.
Yeah, 9th goal of the season.
In the Premier League,
Yeah.
7th.
Look, I'll start with Asibe. I don't blame Asibe.
Of course.
For that goal. He had to react. I don't think he got the shout from the goalkeeper. So he had to react. Tried, stuck out a foot, didn't get it. But for a goalkeeper to come out of his pool, then you have to be in command of the situation. And you see, I would have blamed Asibe if he had touched the ball, meaning that it probably would have altered the trajectory of the ball, causing the goalkeeper not to be able
If
to
a player is trying to kick a ball and the message says that's the initiative or the action of trying to kick the ball, not disrupt the goalkeeper's...
Not necessarily, because the goalkeeper is the one who is seeing the ball. He was facing the action. Asibe had turned and tried to swing a ball, a foot at it. So you should be in command of the situation. And the ball just bounces and hits his shin and ricochets off right into the path for Albert Amoah. My point is, if you are coming out, then you have to be in command of the situation. Is it that you are coming, you are shouting at your player to leave it for you to take it. And if you don't, then you should be comfortable enough to know that this action of you coming out will end in you picking up the ball. You can't, and he made no proper action. If he probably tried to swing a foot at it or something, I would have been a bit more sympathetic towards him. But it's like he just stood there, and the ball bounced, hit his shin, ricocheted off for Amoah. Very disappointing way to lose a game, but Hearts have lost games in this manner. If you remember the Heart of Lions game, it's goalless, dying minutes, you concede 2 needless goals and then throw the 3 points away. But for Albert Amoah, look, I love strikers like this, and I'm really looking forward to the second half of the season to see what Ogum will do with him. he and Kwame Poku, because they are two really good finishers. It's one thing to finish, it's one thing to have the instinct for the movement. I always say, look, a striker is one who has moved. For finishing, you can always learn how to finish. But nobody can teach you where to be at the right time. And Albert Amma just seems to know when and where the ball will bounce. So
and he, after the game, he said that he was giving credit to Eric Bequin. He said on the morning of the game, Bequin called him and told him that he had a goal in him. Should go ahead and score. And he scored a typical Bequin goal.
Bequin is always around. He's always around.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that again Kotoko brought in Kwame Poku. We spoke about it that Kotoko's problem wasn't necessarily the number of goals they were conceding, it was the fact that they were not scoring enough goals.
Yeah.
So if identify, and when you look at their goals, a huge chunk has been scored by Albert Samoa. So they brought in somebody who, you know, in the past was doing the job for them to also then come and add up to the goals in the team. So we'll see how, you know, it goes in the second part of the season.
All right, so let me show you the full results from the weekend's games in the Ghana Premier League. The results look like this. Well, this is the table. Heart of Lions and Gold Stars are neck or neck. So Lions, look at that. Bashir Hayford is doing a phenomenal job, isn't he? With Heart of Lions, very experienced gaffer. Gold Stars, they didn't win over the weekend until they got a draw. What Heart of Lions got a win, so they've upstaged them. Then there's Pechem United, Nations FC, Mediama, Kotoko, House of Oak in that order. Now, Kotoko are 2 points above House of Oak by courtesy of that win on Sunday. The bottom half of the table hasn't changed much. Lions got a win. They're first in 9 matches, I believe, but it wasn't enough to lift them out of the relegation zone. Dreams FC are still languishing down there as well, and Legon City is propping up the table. But as you can see, it's incredibly tight. From 18 all the way up to 11, separated by just 1 game, by 3 points. So that's how incredibly tight it is. And we got news that the Instructorman General Manager Eric Alajide has quit his job, and he quit following the weekend's game. Yeah, it's rather unfortunate, but yeah, he's left the job. Apparently, not exactly pleased with. And to make matters worse, the Instructorman owner Ignatius Bafwe, he lost his seat, and general manager too has quit. And so there are some issues going on at Instructorman at the moment. Only this season they've played in Africa. They won the FA Cup last season where nobody gave them a chance, and it's like they've pressed a self-destruct button, and things are going downhill from there. Anyway, we will take a short break now. When we come back, Karim is ready to take us through Ghanaian players abroad. Then we take you to Europe. But I've got before we do that, I've got a very interesting message here. And, you know, it's a feeling that I ascribe to. Frank is the CEO of Piva.
Piva, right.
Piva Beverages. And he's a big Chelsea fan. And Frank says, how time flies. Last season, because of Chelsea's performance, I completely stopped watching football. Fast forward to now, I want to watch Chelsea play every day. Because they are giving me too much joy. If we are able to sort out our defensive flaws, we can compete for the title. Please, Frankie, we are not in the title race. The coach said we are not in the title race. The players, we just want our 3 points, please. So don't ascribe the pressure to us. We are not interested in the title. We want to just get our 3 points and go. Like Nicolas Jackson said, he said he doesn't even look at the table. He has not seen the table before. Me too, I have not seen the table. We are not in the race. Okay, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we've got a lot more for you here on Sports Zone. Welcome back. This is Sports Zone. It's live on Joy Prime, proudly brought to you by Piva Beverages. If you are looking for a burst of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva Beverages this Christmas. Make sure your household celebration is filled with Piva products. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, the orange flavor, the tangerine flavor, which is my personal favorite, the grape and the cocktail. It's flavorful moments in every bottle. Piva Cola, orange cocktail, grape and tangy. Grab yours today. It's available now at your local store. Or if you want to buy in bulk purchases for your parties or for distribution for whatever reason, just call them on 0550 032231. 0550 032231. Piva, a taste you love. It's also brought to you by Kivo Gari 4-in-1 mix. Gari soakings are easy. So it comes with 4 things, okay? There's crunchy gari, there's sugar in it, there is milk in it, and then there's granite in it. All comes in a small package. All you need to do is pour it into your bowl, stir it, add water, of course, and stir it, and you're good to go. It's really that simple. Carry it with you anywhere you go. It's a quick meal, and enjoy it. You can enjoy it in your office, at the boarding house, home, or anywhere. It's available in various markets and retail shops nationwide. Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Soakings, Amat Gary Soakings, are easy. This advert, of course, is FDA approved. And also, let me tell you about Syntex Tank. You're doing a project, you need water, okay? Water storage, very important. All right, if you want a most reliable water tank to do that job for you, is Syntex Tank. It comes in various colors to match the color of your building. It comes in various inner layers, various sizes, and what's more, it comes with a 7-year warranty. The only water tank with that much long warranty. And you know, they have 300 agents nationwide. They'll deliver to you wherever you are. Just call them. Of course, Syntex Tank. You can call them for your own delivery. The number is this: 0244 3351 68. 0244 3351 68. Syntex Tank. Strong, tough. Also brought to you by Guinness. And Guinness, you already know. You already know. You already know. Anyway, I've got a couple of your messages here before we go to Karim. A big shout out to Christopher Nimley. He says it's not every free that is good. When I said that I like the free, you know, he sent me a word. He said it's not every free that is good. If you have lived in Ghana in the past 8 years, you know that some free is a trick.
It's a problem.
Trick. Free, no.
We pay 3 times.
You don't know. Your coach will know, wouldn't he?
Oh, he will know. He will know.
He will know. Anyway, this one says, forget about the two United League defeats prior to the Manchester derby. Our Marine statement win over Pep Guardiola's side has reinstated Man United's quest of finishing in the top 4 of this season's EPL. Chef in Agona Swedro. This message says, a lot of narratives to follow this year, but the Enzo Fernandez redemption arc is one of my favorites. A shocking amount of fans had given up on him. Mr. Swag from Yuanchi with that message. This one said, good evening, fan. Did you know that Man City is the most consistent team in Europe? They had 1 win in August, 1 win in September, 1 win in October, 1 win in November. It's just like if they don't win in December, know that they are pregnant. You know what he said. You know. I'm Azay, listening to you live at Sakumona Village. All right. You know I can't say what you wrote. All right. Fent, this is Adair Jr. from Adenta. Please tell the Glazers to recall Eric Ten Hag so that they can fire him again. Interesting. This one says, good evening, guys. I'm really enjoying your program inside Eburi. I used to be in the same hall with Sicho, and we used to watch football at Queen's Hall. I'm proud of you, bro. Glory, glory, Man United. This is Kobe. He's an immigration officer.
Hey, big man.
Yeah.
Big shouts, man.
They used to be at Queen's Hall together.
Yeah.
Making nonsense, useless arguments every day.
Yeah. We had a special seat in the TV room. Champions League starts 6:45. We can get it like 6:50, but that's it.
Nobody will touch it.
Yeah, because the shutters are...
As for Commonwealth Hall, nobody had a seat. I'll never forget the slap. Oh, brother.
They slapped the guy's left ear.
The guy who slapped me in Commonwealth Hall, his name is Bone. You, Bone. All these years, I've not forgotten. You see, but in all fairness, I deserve the slap.
You deserve it.
I deserve the slap. And Bone, and this is why...
You want to misbehave.
And Arsenal fans want to know why I don't like them very much. He was an Arsenal fan. You understand me? You know, at university, we used to do 50-50.
Yeah.
You know, because when your team is playing, another person's team is playing,
bro.
we watch this one 15 minutes, we switch to this one 15 minutes, we switch to this one 15 minutes. All the big teams had finished playing. It was left with Arsenal. Arsenal alone, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. The Arsenal are playing, they are coming and stand there. I say, I want to watch Africa Magic. So 15 minutes Arsenal match, 15 minutes Africa Magic.
No, you deserve it.
Because I said the SRC dues, you know, I also pay that.
You deserve it.
So me too, this is the one I want to watch. You can't tell me what to watch. You want to watch Arsenal, I want to watch Africa Magic. So the 15 minutes of the Arsenal match catch,
You go change.
Yeah, I mean the calls or that the remote, you know, they spoil us. So
If
you go to the front, you go press. I go do a don't go down African magic. I don't know the movie he did there. He just did it. Where I come tap. Call him. I did it. Bro, like not reach 2 minutes, like 60 seconds later. Some slap I chop for the back of my
Wow!
It start ringing. Bro, I get up, I turn around, everybody they laugh. I watch who slap me. Bro, Bole guy! He's some slim guy. Oh. It's a guy, boy, one of those boys, the guy go to the gym. So.
Yeah, money, they hear me.
I was small.
What you go do?
I watch how I just take my shame, walk out. I'll go the room. Wait for the rest of that semester. They call me Bone.
No, you deserved it.
Karim, welcome to the show. What have you got for us?
Kali.
You were enjoying that story a bit too much.
It's a Sally. There's a story that
Oh, God.
someone slapped the other, and the person said, like, it's a Sally. Do be now, hammer.
This is too funny. He said, somebody slapped somebody. When the one that's slapping, I tend to the one he slapped, I say, make you watch this, you hate her. The slap over, I'm not, ask the slap. The slapper, the slappy.
The slappy is asking the slapper to check if the slappy is hurt.
Oh, God. He turned to one way, he said, the slap is slap. I better make it.
Everything be correct.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Karim,
Very true.
what's up? What's happening?
I know you have a sharp memory.
Yes.
You don't forget like that. Something happened here 2 weeks ago. When I came, it was around the same time that I said Joseph Pencil will be playing in the MLS Cup final.
Right.
Daniel Cranton said something. Can you remember?
No. Remind us.
He asked whether, he told me that Joseph Pencil will not be voting. And I said I'll vote for him. You can remember, eh?
Yes.
You know when you have interest in something, like, and you are talking about it and you don't have control over it, you use some cohesive voice to talk about it. Try to, you know, Joseph Pencil, he's a Tema boy. You know Daniel Cranton too, that be in base.
Yes.
So he was trying to like say, hey, Joseph Pencil, calm down, like the thing, they're critical. Can you come down and vote for me? Every vote counts. So. Daniel Cranton had a secret agenda. Do you know that secret agenda?
No.
He was contesting for the Tema Central seat.
I see.
He wanted to become MP.
I see.
As independent candidate.
I see.
And something happened.
What happened?
Do you know the inspiration?
What?
Back in April, this man,
That's the Senegal president.
but still fine.
Yes.
He's the youngest
Daniel
Senegalese.
Cranton's brother, yes.
The difference here is that Daniel Cranton's head is like sharp.
Slimmer.
Sharp, like shovel.
Like a shovel.
But Five's one is like football. But
I see.
It's wrong.
That's just the difference. If you just bring Daniel Cranton's head small inside, they are
That's
twins.
okay.
This guy.
And all of this, and this is sports how?
Yes.
This is Ghanaian players abroad.
Wait.
So your segment is done.
I started somewhere. So he was
I don't tolerate violence in my studio.
he was contesting to become independent candidate.
What happened?
And you know, he and his wife, they vote at the same police station. The two of them went to vote in the same car.
And Cranton,
How can you go and vote with your wife and you are getting one vote at the police station?
Karim, what are you on?
But if per reviewer, when we reviewed the scene,
Yes.
we saw that Daniel Cranton's thing, there was too much space at the top. When you are at the down, you are supposed to send the thing up and vote.
Yes.
But Daniel Cranton's thing came down too much. then we are suspecting that
He didn't vote for
Francis
himself.
didn't vote for himself. He betrayed his wife. How can you do that?
Karim.
Shout outs to Cheddar.
Yes.
No,
that's
and do you know what happened? Do you know how it ended? Benaya, let's see the video.
Number one, worry. That could come with tea. It's now for sale. Honorable worry. Honorable worry. Honorable one. Honorable worry. Honorable worry. Honorable worry. Honorable one, worry.
I've seen him. So wait. So hold on. You came here to spend your whole segment to roast Scranton.
Whole segment. I have 10 minutes. I've done only 3
You have
minutes.
10 minutes.
I have 10 minutes.
Your 10 minutes is up.
Why we honorable?
Thank you
What
very
happened?
much. Honorable Huawei.
Let me just use some 3 minutes to go
This
through.
boy,
Eh?
who sent him?
You see,
Sent him there, who sent him?
you see, the thing is that the season, how it's going, the players are again doing well. But when they come together, what we want, they don't give us. At least he kept his 4th clean sheet in the season. When he side St. Gallen, they won 2-0 against FC Zurich. That is Daniel Free's team. But he wasn't involved in that game. But there was another person involved. That is Stefan Ambrosius. He played in the game and did really well for them, and they won 2-0. Then Abdul Mumin played against Real Madrid for Rayo Vallecano, and they won. They drew 3-3, and he scored a nice header to help them stop Real Madrid from winning that game. Then another player I should be talking about is Matthew Enimkudu. He plays for Sahin, that is in the Israeli league, and he scored his 2nd goal of the season. They drew 1-1, and he now has 2 goals in 8 games for them. Another player, a new face, entrance into the starting lineup I should be talking about is Tyrone Owusu. His father is Owusu Benson, a former House of Folk player. He played for them and in the 90s. Then he went to Sweden, played there, and went to Switzerland. Now his son is playing in Switzerland for Lausanne. That is in the Swiss league, and they won 4-3 against Wintata. And he provided his first assist of the season. He can play as a central midfielder, and most of the time he plays as a DM. Then Iñaki Williams, he provided an assist, but the Start website decided not to give it to him. But if I'll be playing a video, you see how he gave a Kevin De Bruyne-like assist to help his team win a point against Deportivo Alaves. Then Francis Amuzu, he plays for Anderlecht, the same team as Majid Ashmiro, but in that game, Majid Ashmiro is still not back from the injury. Amuzu helped Anderlecht win 2-0 against St. Truiden, that is in the Belgian Pro League. Now I've put together a number of goals and assists of 5 of the players who scored this weekend. That is what I'll leave you with.
Okay, Karim, thank you very much for spending half of your time to roast Scranton. I'm even shocked. Because you must. Let's take you to England now, because we've got a lot to go through in the next 40 minutes, and we will begin with this game between Liverpool and Fulham. Let me know your thoughts on that. The number is on the screen. But I'm going to take the thoughts from the guys in the studio. First up, what is going on with Arsenal Football Club? I'll give you some numbers that would shock you, right? Arsenal Football Club, so far this season, they scored what? 29 goals from 16 matches. At this rate, the maximum number of goals they can score at this rate, on this average, is 69 a season. That is below the 88 from 2 years ago and the 91 from last season. You cannot win a league with that. Arsenal Football Club has the highest XG from set pieces in the league. And yet from open play, Arsenal are in the bottom half of the Premier League table in terms of XG. So clearly, they're not creating enough from open play. In the last 3 matches, they have not scored a goal from open play. And yet when people shout that they are set-piece FC, they say they are not. The numbers say otherwise.
There's perspective to that a little. I think all of us know that Arsenal struggled to create chances at the start of the season, and that was largely because we know Martin Odegaard was injured. He's the most creative player in the side, and they left a lot of the creativity to Saka, and it wasn't happening. right? But since he's got back, we saw them in the game against Everton. It wasn't for the lack of chances, it was for the lack of finishing. I think the biggest problem Arsenal do have now, but I agree, they have to create a lot more. Because when you take out Odegaard and at times Saka, there isn't any player in that team that is really creative. They are very functional footballers. They bring a lot to the team, but when they speak about the element of creativity in the side, there aren't many players apart from Saka and Odegaard, and that needs to improve. But I think all of us knew from last 2 seasons, that Arsenal had to go into this season with a recognized goal scorer, a striker. Arsenal needed a striker. The whole conversation about, you know, the possibility of winning a league without a striker like Pep has done with Man City, it doesn't happen everywhere.
It can't be that arrogant.
Yeah, and when Pep did it, he had Sterling scoring goals, Sané was scoring goals, Mahrez was scoring goals, Gundogan was scoring plenty, Kevin De Bruyne was scoring plenty, Bernardo Silva was chipping in, Phil Foden would come in and chipping goals. So everybody in the team could get goals on the side. On set pieces, they were scoring some goals, John Stones and the likes. But when you don't have goals across, Martinelli is not your consistent go-to person for goals. You're not going to ask Partey, Declan Rice, Merino to get you that. So you need somebody, a striker or two, who are specialists at finding the back of the net.
Kai Havertz
to get you his fair number of goals. But
he scores the 4th goal in a 4-0 win. That's what he does.
No. So what I'm saying, he's not your go-to person for goals, right? He's a good player to have in the team. He's very functional. He brings a lot to the team. But when you're talking about, if you want to win a league title, you need somebody who, in games like the game against Everton, when it's tough, you can toe poke that ball, he can smell the danger and smash it home. It wouldn't be always pretty, but somebody has to be in and around the box who can just snap those balls into the back of the net. And that is what they are lacking. That's why the numbers are telling us what we see now. And for me, I think that is the trick Arsenal missed. Apart from that, they have a very solid team. But coming into the season without a striker is haunting them.
DK, I mean, where have things fallen apart? And I don't want to use this. It's Arteta, yeah?
Arteta is a problem. Arteta is a serious problem.
It's
Arteta. When, Charlie, this guy, when the thing is not broken, don't fix it.
Right. What
Yet Arteta wants to fix the part that is not broken and leave the part that is broken. The midfield is not broken. Jorginho or Partey and Merino or Rice.
Yes.
That's what works. Arteta wants to fix that thing by playing Rice and Merino. Nobody who can control the game. So dropping Jorginho and Partey, bringing Partey on to come and play right back because he's a tactical genius. You've not won the league before, Boga. You've not won the league before. Then the part that is broken, Martinelli. I don't know what Martinelli has done to Arteta. I don't know.
Maybe
there's zero creativity on Arsenal's left-hand side. You spent the last few hours of deadline day negotiating and renegotiating to get Raheem Sterling in. What is he doing on the bench?
I'm shocked.
Especially in a tight game like that, you need players
He's the only person in this Arsenal squad that has multiple Premier League titles. He's the only person in this Arsenal squad that has proven during his time in the league that he's the one who can come on and be a game changer. Yet when they need a game changer, they are bringing Nwaneri. You know that boy?
Yes.
Nwaneri and taking off Odegaard. Now, Arteta, no. It's like somebody has dangled something over his head and said he will not win the league. Because I don't understand what is going on. The essence of having a squad this talented.
What is with shunting Partey to right back?
Look,
what?
Different profiles who you can call upon at different times is to be able to call upon them to win games like this. Not for you to act and look clueless when you are struggling to break. I'm struggling to understand. I don't understand why Arsenal is going through. You see, what the numbers are saying is very different from what is happening in the pitch. Look, I'm of that. I don't see why a team needs to create 10 chances to win a football game. Arsenal are indecent when it comes to all the attacking metrics, the proper attacking metrics. You can single and piece and remove set piece. All those things add. Because guess what? If you look at the teams that are scoring headed goals, Man City is there. They were there last season. Heading, crossing, and heading is all part of football.
Of course.
So if you put all those things together, the numbers are showing one thing. Arsenal are just not clinical enough. And you see, when you are not clinical enough, you need a high volume of chances. So if you are focusing on only one side, Saka, Odegaard, the right-hand side to create the chances from you, when the left-hand side, the guy can't create, the guy can't score. Trossard to now when they bring him, he can't create, he can't score. Then the experienced one who is sitting on the bench. And you see, let's not think that Chelsea let Sterling go because of footballing reasons. It wasn't because of footballing
money
reasons.
issues, yeah.
It was money issues. Sterling would have been in that Chelsea team. So you got Sterling as a, look, Santa Claus. Christmas came early, and Sterling is sitting on your bench, and you're not using him.
I think people need to ban Arsenal from buying Chelsea players. I think that has to happen. Arteta is the problem. We are not in the title race, FC, are 2 points from the top. And they insist.
I wish you could open the bottle and wash, so I wash my hands off as I'm changing the prediction. The guy is not serious.
The people water is for drinking, not for washing hands.
It's for everything, all purpose. Okay, Syntex tank is they open the tap and let me wash
And
my
there
hands.
you go. There you go. We're not in the title, FC. They said they insist they are not. In fact, Nicola Jackson said he has not seen the table before.
I like that. I like that whole narrative. They're not trying to put pressure on themselves. They are trying to go take it a game at a time. I'm sure when they have their conversations, when the boys meet at the training grounds, when the manager is having a conversation with them, he's going to tell them that, look, let's take it a game at a time. But when you look at the table, at the moment, in form, there isn't a better team than Chelsea. And so it will be at the back of the heads of the boys, but they will know that when they come out public, they don't want to put that pressure on themselves. They don't want to invite that whole eyeball to themselves. But also, when you look at what Chelsea themselves described as the project, I think they are way ahead of schedule. Because for them, they were going to compete for big things after 3 years or after 4 years, when in their estimation, these talented group of players would have matured, more experienced, you know, would have been their peak years. So that is when they would have been they thought that they would be competing for the league, Champions League more consistently. But what Maresca has come into the club to do is to drag the whole team ahead of schedule. That has also been held by the lack of form from some teams in the league. We've seen City in the slump. We've seen teams like Arsenal not doing great, you know. So I think that for neutrals who are on the outside, they look at Chelsea in the way they play, and they won't believe that Chelsea do not think they're in the title race. It is Chelsea Football Club. You spent 1.3 billion. The idea wasn't to win the league this season, but when they've got the opportunity, you surely don't want to pass it up. But they are way ahead of schedule, and credit to the manager.
Do you think there's a real opportunity for them to win the league? Like Sicho said, when they got the opportunity, is there an opportunity for Chelsea to win the league?
2 seasons ago, when Arsenal had just missed out on Champions League football the year before, they came into the season probably very similar form to Chelsea. We're saying the same thing. They are not in a title race yet. A couple of weeks to the end of the season, they had a realistic chance of winning the title. You see, let Everton and Leicester City and West Ham, when they are around this place, Aston Villa, Newcastle, they can say they are not in the title race. But I'm sorry, you are Chelsea Football Club. You don't need to enter. No, you don't need to enter a season aiming for the title. But when you get there, everybody will expect you to win. It's not me saying you win at the title at the start of the season, so you surprising me and you are not in it. You are 2 points off the top. You are telling me you are not in the title race.
But we're
being
not
in the title race is a fact.
I think that's also a part
Being
of
in the title race is a fact.
No, before Liverpool plays next week.
It's not a feeling. It's not an opinion. It's a fact.
Before Liverpool plays next week, Chelsea would have played. And if Chelsea win their game, they'll be at the top.
Yeah, but I'm saying that is about the halfway stage of the season, right?
Yeah.
At that point, if you are 2 points off,
look at it this way.
Not really such a
Chelsea are 2 points off the top heading to Christmas. Read that headline and tell me that somebody outside will look at it and say, "Oh, Chelsea are not." You are Chelsea. This is not Aston Villa.
Let me ask you a question.
And you are playing well.
Let me ask a question.
And that's the thing.
Let me ask you a question.
You don't see too many teams in the Premier League now that can beat Chelsea. So if the results were flukes, and the result didn't look like they deserved to win, and the team was struggling to get it, we are going to say, no, that team is going to dip. But at the moment, you only see the team getting better. Yeah. You see the team getting to defend better. You see the team getting more goals. So when you're playing well and you're winning games, it's impossible for anybody to think.
They scored 39 goals in 16 games, and they are underperforming their age.
Let me ask you guys this question. If Chelsea are top by Christmas, and they don't go on to win the title, would that be considered bottling the title?
Clean.
No way. I disagree.
I'll cut them a slack.
Why would you say that?
I would generally cut them.
It's just agenda.
Wait.
But it will be a lot of ifs and buts. If after December you lead the league by ahead of Liverpool by a point or 2, at the end of the season you are losing the league, I'm not going to say you bottled it.
Of course.
But if you have a very healthy lead,
like
a very
8
healthy
points.
lead, 8 points,
it depends on how the last couple of games. You see, if Chelsea is still close to the title by, let's say, April, and they don't win,
Liar, liar. Agenda boy. But here are some numbers that will blow your mind. Chelsea have scored 39 goals in the Premier League this season, the most by any club. Chelsea have scored 66 goals in 25 matches across all competitions this season. 66 goals. That is 16 goals more than they did in the whole of last season, where they played 50 matches.
Yeah.
In 50 games last season, Chelsea scored 50 goals. In 25 games this season, they've scored 66 goals.
The goals are very nicely distributed.
That is crazy. And guess what?
Players are chipping in.
And guess what? The average goals this season is 2.66. So you divide that 66 by 25 matches, 2.66. That is the highest goals per game in the history of Chelsea Football Club at any point. Not even Ancelotti's 2010 team or Carlo Ancelotti's 2017 team were this prolific.
Yeah.
Smooth.
No. I mean, they're scoring.
That's just ridiculous.
And everybody's chipping in the goal. We've seen
The
Enzo more
2010
recently.
team scored more than 100 goals.
Yes.
Yeah. So the rates at the rates at which they are going,
And they are underperforming
their
their
SGs.
Yes.
They are creating for fun.
Yes.
We saw Kukurea scoring the first goal, all-important first goal.
Yeah.
That Enzo is back amongst the goals.
Yeah.
Kopama scores. Madueke Kitchenson is fair. Sancho is back amongst. He scored twice in the last 4 games or so. Neto has shown his prolific. Even in the Conference League, Maguire, Nkunku when he plays. You know,
Magui.
Magui. Yeah, but I think
it's great.
Yeah, it would have been easy for you to say that maybe the strength of the Conference League teams is slightly skewing that goals matrix. But then you look at the Premier League as well; they're scoring.
Forget.
Exactly.
If Ten Hag was managing Chelsea, they would.
But I think that, look, yes.
And how have you managed to sneak in?
It might look like an expensive joke whatsoever, but I genuinely think that the reason a lot of Chelsea people, including the board, the coach, the players, think they're not in the title race, I think Chelsea have issues still. Number one is defensively. Chelsea don't seem to know how to keep a clean sheet this season, and that is problematic. For every team to win a championship, your defense needs to step up. So they need to improve on that. For me, that's one. Number two, Chelsea have the youngest team of all the teams competing for the title. The average age of Chelsea's squad is under 24 years. I think it's 23.7. No team in the history of the Premier League has ever won the Premier League title with an average age of players that are 25 or under. No team. So you can't be that young. You can't have such a young team and win the title. No single player in the Chelsea squad has ever won the Premier League title except Cole Palmer. And even he did that at Manchester City while being a French player. So they don't know what it's like to win. And the manager himself, he won the championship title last season, but he doesn't know what it's like to win the Premier League. He was assistant manager to Pep Guardiola when they were winning the Premier League titles. But still, for him personally, this is a whole new ball game altogether. So a combination of those factors convinces me that Chelsea are not in the Premier League title race. And we're just looking for our 3 points.
Sir, please. Chelsea has the 3rd best defense in the league.
Yes, so that's not great. They need to have the best in the league. We will take a short break. When we come back, Daniel Cranting and Ticho have all the best analysis from the Manchester derby for you here on Sports Zone. I've got your messages as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Crespo watching all the way from Takwa says, big ups to the Sports Zone crew, including you, Danike and Sicho. Brilliant analysis from Daniel and Sicho. This one says, good evening, Mr. Host, and your wonderful panelists. Watching you guys from Adanso from. So Chelsea is now winning like NDC, and Manchester City is losing like Honorable KT Hammond. Interesting one.
That one enter.
Farouk Headliner says, Charlie, you guys make our laugh so much this night. People like Bone is the reason Chelsea aren't in the title race.
Charlie, quick shout out. To my guy, Salom Agbenu, a.k.a. G-Baby. Today's his birthday.
Hey, Salom.
Look and get a girlfriend.
Posey Brown as well sent us a message. Says, Blues, the color football is the game. We're winning. Winning is our aim. So cheers up through the sun and the rain. Clearly a Chelsea fan as well. Sports Zone, the guy is very funny. You say, okay, he resembles Luigi McLean. I think he was trying to carry him. A very happy birthday to Mark from Accra Girls, administrator of the school. Today is your birthday, Mark. Big happy birthday to
Marcus.
you. May God continue to bless you. That's our show for tonight. Proudly brought to you by Syntex and Piva Beverages. Guinness, as well as Kivo Curry 4-in-1 with. My name is Fentio, Tahir Fentio. This show will be available on YouTube, on the J Prime YouTube channel. Daniel Cranting and Sitio for Flavor Trim were my guests tonight. We're back again next Monday with another episode. Until then, do take care and bye-bye.